The beginning of the show was pretty entertaining. I loved that we started with the Usos. They were coming out to their theme, walking down the steps, and then out comes Paul Heyman, ladies and gentlemen, to get the crowd's attention. And so then the Vision comes out, right? And then they're talking, and then LA Knight comes out. All the while, the Usos are still just standing there, just waiting. I thought that was really funny. But I really liked that opening. I thought that was really good. And then we ended up getting a 6-man tag match. LA Knight with the Usos and then the Vision, Logan, Bronson, and Austin Theory. So I thought the opening was really good. And you know what? It was kind of nice to see the Vision win cleanly. I don't recall any shenanigans happening in that match. No one came and interfered. Nothing happened. We did, however, see the Masked Man again. The match was done. Logan got on the headset or on the mic. I think it was the headset. And was talking his smack. And then the Masked Man came out and stomped him. Still no clue who it is. Still no clue. Could be Grayson Waller, but I don't know. I really don't have any guesses at this point. I wonder how long we're going to have to wait. Finn came out to his old theme, which was very exciting. He was followed out by Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough. He's back. That's nice to see. Is Finn face? Is he turning face? Because I feel like they might. I don't want to get my hopes up too much, but I feel like they kind of are. Coming out to that music, fantastic. I hope it's a permanent thing. Fingers crossed. I was almost in disbelief that it was his old song. But they came out because CM Punk had a promo and they came out for that. And then CM Punk turned his back on him and was like basically challenging them. Cheap shot me or whatever, do what you always do. Punk had some pretty good points about Finn Balor, but I find it very interesting that Finn was holding back JD. JD was going to attack CM Punk because that's what they do. That's the Judgment Day. That's just the way that they win things, right? But Finn held him back. Dominic Mysterio didn't try anything. But JD did. I'm wondering if they're having Finn kind of turn over a new leaf. Like CM Punk is getting into his head. I'm hoping that Finn just eventually turns face. It's really seeming like that's the case, and I'm very excited. But I thought that whole segment was really good. We ended up getting a number 1 contenders match for the IC title. I think that was kind of impromptu or just not fully planned. El Grande Americano, technically the imposter one, demanded a match or for the title. I don't recall it. I kind of zone out when the El Grandes come on because I'm just kind of over that little shtick, I guess. So something. We got a number 1 contenders match and the opponent was a mystery, but it ended up being Penta. So that was very exciting. And Penta won. So Penta will be facing Dom for the IC title. I wonder if they are going to put the title on Penta because Penta has not won a title yet since coming to the WWE, which is shocking compared to the ladies that came over to WWE. That's neither here nor there. But since Dom really has not defended his title, very little, if anything. I don't even remember the last time he defended it. The belt would look good on Penta. I think he would do a good IC title run. But I guess we'll find out. Dom did have a match, so he's clearly not injured enough to where he can't wrestle, but I guess we'll see. The main event was the men's qualifying Elimination Chamber match, and I cannot believe that Javon won. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought Gunther was going to win, I'm not going to lie. It was Gunther, Dom, and Javon. I thought Gunther was going to take it. I wasn't excited at all. It was a good match, but I love that Javon won. Do I think he's going to win the Elimination Chamber? No, but he will make it more exciting. The one thing I do like about the El Grande Americanos, Bravo's a little zesty, no? There's a diva under there somewhere. I kind of like it. I was not a fan of the women's Elimination Chamber qualifying match. It was Natty, Bayley, and Asuka. I figured Asuka was going to win, and she ended up tapping out Bayley, which I thought was an interesting choice, but the match was kind of lackluster, and I wasn't too invested in it. But Asuka did win that, so she is going on to the Elimination Chamber. And then we saw Oba. I thought he had signed with SmackDown, but apparently they were just going over the contracts, and so he's still making his decision. So he was on Raw. Pierce was saying, my offer's better, blah, 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 blah. But then he turns around and Rusev's there. We are not about to bring Oba to the main roster with all of this build and this hype for him to feud with Rusev. Are we? But they had a face-off. I'm not saying the match would be bad, I'm just not on the Rusev train right now. Right? Because I feel like his feuds are always long. The one I was interested in was Dom, baby boy Dom. I don't even remember how that concluded. But that was the only time I was actually mildly interested in Rusev. Okay. LA Knight zingers, though. Oh my god. When he was on the mic against the Vision and Logan Paul, to me, that was the funniest moment of the night. My match of the night is going to have to go to the main event. Javon, Dom, and Gunther. The matches weren't anything really to write home about. Penta and El Grande Americana was also a good match, but the matches were okay. But the main event, I'm going to have to give that match of the night. Probably just because Javon was involved, and Javon is always entertaining. And of course, Dom had his little shenanigans. He took the bell hammer again and was going to use it. But then we got Dragon Lee interfering and attacking Gunther with the actual bell. I'm kind of here for the Dragon Lee Gunther feud. I kind of like that little side story because Dragon Lee was tagged with AJ Styles for a while, and then, Gunther retired AJ, and now Dragon Lee is like, I don't know, avenging him in some way. So I do like that little story. I like that happened, but yeah, match of the night for me. Performance of the night, I don't know, man. Eli did a pretty good job. Him and that blank piece of paper delivering that big crate that says do not open until the Elimination Chamber. Any guesses what's in the box? Is it going to be a person? Or is it going to be something to do with an ad? I would love to know what you think is in the box. Because is it Seth Rollins? That would be crazy. I don't think it'd be Seth. But I feel like it's going to be a person, right? But it can't be. Don't open until Elimination Chamber. If someone was in there, they would die. I don't know. I'm overthinking this now. But it's probably going to be something silly. Pierce said he was going to send it over to SmackDown and let it be Aldis's problem. So we'll see how that goes on Friday. Overall, this is a pretty decent Raw. Not too bad. Nothing amazing or anything, but pretty good. We did have a good little promo face-off with AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. Becky is... Every time I talk about Becky, I just adore her. I adore her character so much. I don't know how it's going to go at Elimination Chamber, so she does have that title match against AJ Lee. I don't think I want Becky to lose the title. I don't know, her with that title. I just enjoy the heck out of it. I'm assuming AJ Lee's going to win, right? I mean, they're in Chicago and her husband also has a title shot. They're probably both going to end up with the titles. And I won't hate it so much if AJ Lee starts showing up on the shows more. Like, I don't want another champion that isn't defending their title ever. Like Jade. Like Dom, like that's starting to get a little bit old, so I really don't want her to win the belt just to never show up and be completely part-time. So I don't know how that's going to go, but Becky is a treasure and I adore her, and it's not just me saying that. So for the Women's Elimination Chamber match, we officially have Rhea Ripley, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, and Tiffany Stratton. And then for the men's, we have Cody Rhodes, we have LA Knight, Javon Evans, and Randy Orton. So still shaping up to be a pretty decent Elimination Chamber. We still have a couple more people on both sides to get through, so we'll see who's added from here. Liv Morgan still hasn't picked who she's going to choose for WrestleMania, and she said she's going to enjoy this process. She's going to take her time, so she still hasn't picked anybody yet. I think she's clearly going to pick Stephanie, but she's dragging it out because it's Liv and she can do what she wants. Stephanie did crash her little interview with Michael Cole and basically said, you are spoiled and I'm a better champion, so I'm going to win. I'm going to beat you. I don't know what she said, but it's along those lines. Made Liv cry. So we'll see. I think she's going to pick Stephanie because it makes more sense for her to do that than to pick Jade. But we're just going to drag it out a little bit and get a nice story out of it. I am enjoying this Stephanie still. So Liv winning the Rumble was a very, very good thing, I think, to kind of re-elevate this title and give Stephanie something with more substance. And that's basically Raw. Let me know your thoughts on the show down below. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you in the next one.